In the realm of technology, few names resonate as profoundly as Steve Jobs. From humble beginnings in a garage, he envisioned a future where computers were accessible to everyone. This is the story of how one man's vision transformed the world. Steve Jobs was born in 1955 in San Francisco and adopted by Paul and Clara Jobs. Even as a child, Steve was curious, constantly taking things apart just to see how they worked. Growing up in Silicon Valley, he was immersed in a culture of innovation. His father taught him electronics in their garage, unknowingly planting the seeds of what would become one of the most iconic tech stories in history. During high school, Steve met Steve Wozniak, a brilliant engineer who would become his future business partner. After briefly attending Reed College, Jobs dropped out, but he continued to audit classes that interested him, like calligraphy, which would later influence the design of Apple products. He wasn't following the traditional path, but that was never his style. In 1976, in the Jobs family's garage, Steve and Wozniak built the first Apple computer, the Apple I. They sold their first batch to a local retailer and officially formed Apple Computer. It was the birth of a brand that would eventually reshape the world. The Apple II soon followed, and it was a massive success. It featured color graphics and became one of the first mass-market personal computers. Apple went public in 1980, instantly making Steve Jobs a millionaire and Apple a household name. After the success of Apple II, Steve wanted to take things further. In 1983, Apple launched the Apple Lisa, named after Jobs' daughter. It was one of the first personal computers to feature a graphical user interface, GUI, and a mouse, features we take for granted today. The Lisa was groundbreaking in terms of design and user experience, but it came with a hefty price tag, around $10,000. Coupled with limited software and internal management issues, the Lisa failed commercially. But it wasn't a waste. Its innovations paved the way for what came next, the Macintosh. In 1984, Apple introduced the Macintosh with a bold Super Bowl commercial that declared, "1984 won't be like 1984. The Macintosh was more affordable than the Lisa and featured an intuitive GUI. Jobs pitched it as a computer for the rest of us. It was a marketing success. But behind the scenes, tensions at Apple were growing. Steve's intense personality clashed with other executives, and within a year, he was pushed out of the company he co-founded. After leaving Apple in 1985, Jobs founded Next Inc., a computer company focused on higher education and business. Though Next computers were beautifully designed, they were too expensive to gain traction. But something else was brewing. In 1986, Jobs bought Pixar from George Lucas. Under his leadership, Pixar produced Toy Story in 1995, the first fully computer-animated film. It was a box office hit and changed animation forever. In 1997, Apple was struggling. Ironically, it bought Next, bringing Steve Jobs back. What followed was a renaissance. He simplified the product line, introduced bold designs, and, in 1998, launched the iMac, a colorful, internet-ready computer that re-energized the brand.
Hopefully you've seen that commercial a few times. Thank you. We get to spend some time together this morning. We've got some pretty exciting things to announce today. And so we'll get going. Everybody's been up all night getting ready for this, so if something doesn't work or I forget something, I apologize in advance. Think Different is our ad campaign. It's also something that's really we are taking to heart, and we're thinking different about everything we do as Apple Computer Inc., about the products we make, about how we make them, about how we sell them. And I've been at Apple now about 4 months. And I have had the privilege of working with some really great people, many in this audience today, and people have been working round the clock.
Then came the iPod in 2001, iTunes, the iPhone in 2007, and the iPad in 2010. Apple transformed from a computer company into a lifestyle brand. Under Jobs' vision, it became the most valuable company in the world. Steve Jobs stepped down as CEO in August 2011 due to health issues and passed away just 2 months later. His vision, however, lives on. From the smartphones in our pockets to the sleek interfaces we use every day, his fingerprints are everywhere. Jobs wasn't just a tech genius. He was a master storyteller, a perfectionist, and above all, a visionary. From a garage in Los Altos to the stages of global product launches, Steve Jobs redefined what technology could be. His story is a powerful reminder that thinking differently, taking risks, and staying true to your vision can truly change the world. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and found Steve Jobs' journey inspiring, please give it a thumbs up. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think about his incredible story.